Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Crown Jewel results, pre-show and pay-per-view. 20-man battle royal starts off as a dark match of the pay-per-view. You got Sunil Singh, your 24/7 champion. Mojo Rawley, Eric Rowan, R-Truth, Sankara, the Brian Kendrick, Titus O'Neil, Tony Nese, Akira Tozawa, Shelton Benjamin, Apollo Crews, Buddy Murphy, Andrade, Drake Maverick, Eric Young, Luke Harper, who was free agent, Cedric Alexander, Heath Slater, Humberto Carrillo, and no, wait, Jose. We got a ring out, and you got ring announcer Greg Hamilton does your announcements. The winner of this match will face and pull double duty against AJ Styles later on in the pay-per-view. Michael Colesaw and Corey Graves are at ringside. Various superstars start entering the ring. R-Truth, Buddy Murphy, Eric Rowan, and Andrade get their own entrances. And we see fans filling into the King Fahd International Stadium in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The bell rings and they all go at it. Everybody's in the ring at one time. Titus works on Truth, Sankara on Andrade. Slater on Mojo, Carrillo, and Buddy go at it. Slater tries to dump Drake. Titus works over Jose. Mojo works on Nese. Rowan presses Drake high and tosses him over the top. He's eliminated. Drake has been eliminated. EY and others try to dump Rowan, but he hangs on and fights back. Rowan eliminates Slater. Nese tries to dump Rowan, and we see AJ watching backstage on a monitor. Rowan eliminates Nese. Titus and Buddy work on Carrillo now. Sankara works on Singh in the corner. Harper eliminates EY. And then Kendrick. Harper tries to dump Tozawa. Titus eliminates Rawley. Andrade eliminates Sankara. Cruz eliminates Titus. And we go to a break. Rowan and Harper face off in the middle of the ring. Supposedly. And they have words. Only they talk about what they're going to do. Former tag team partners, Jose gets in between them and tries to get them to dance instead of fight. Harper clotheslines him. Rowan eliminates Jose. Harper and Rowan argue again. Tozawa taps Rowan on the back and watch the fight him. They stare Tozawa down. Rowan eliminates Tozawa. And we see AJ walking backstage again. Rowan stops on Singh. And as Samir Singh watches from ringside, Shelton works on Carrillo. Carrillo eliminates Shelton. Harper eliminates Cruz. Rowan eliminates Murphy. Cruz and Andrade also get eliminated. Rowan chokeslams Carrillo. Cedric eliminates Singh. So it's down to Harper, Rowan, Cedric, and Carrillo. The fan chat for Harper. Harper and Rowan double team Cedric now. Rowan next Carrillo. Cedric fights off Rowan but runs into a huge boot. Rowan eliminates Cedric. Singh brothers leave with the 24/7 title at ringside. Drew sees them and takes out one brother as the other one celebrating, and then rolls up Sunil to win the title back. Drew says now you're 21-time champion and runs away with the title while other superstars run down around the ring and to the back again. As Harper, Rowan, and Carrillo are in the ring. Carrillo's down, sitting, trying to get back up as he's racing. Harper and Rowan face off again in the middle of the ring. Carrillo drop kicks Harper into Rowan. Harper levels Carrillo with a big boot. Rowan and Harper take turns on Carrillo, beating him down with big power moves. Harper tries to dump Carrillo, but Rowan comes from behind and dumps Harper. Momentarily, Carrillo takes advantage of that and dumps Rowan and gets them both eliminated for the win. After the match, Humberto celebrates. As his music hits, we see AJ backstage watching his gun replays. Carrillo vs. Styles is confirmed for later, and the title will be on the line. And they go over Lacey Evans versus Natalya for the pay-per-view. First ever women's match from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And they open up the pay-per-view. Actually, I think they go backstage, back with the panel. More hype for discussion on the card. Booker predicts The Fiend will win. Tonga disagrees. Charlie is ready to wrap the pre-show as the camera cuts backstage. Paul Heyman knocking on Brock Lesnar's door. Heyman pushes the camera away, and we cut to another video package. That's it for the kickoff. And live from the King Fahd International Stadium again, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Fireworks explode in the sky around the stadium as the fans cheer. Michael Coleslaw welcomes us to the show, chimed in by Corey Graves at ringside. WWE title match, Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar. This is more than a squash match. It don't even last but 3 minutes, if that. We go to the ring. Out comes Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman for a big pop. Lesnar stops on the stage as fireworks go off. We see the Raven announce him at ringside. Out next to Rey Mysterio to the stage, wearing a sling on his arm. He stops and waits as Cain Velasquez makes his way out with to his own team. Cain marches to the ring with Rey at his side. Then at the ring, we get formal ring introductions. Greg Hamilton. Heyman introduces his own guy. And the bell rings and they size each other up as the Suplex City chants are up from the crowd. Cain strikes first. They bounce around, continue to get the feel. Lesnar backs Cain in the corner. Lesnar with a kick and a knee in the corner. They come out of the corner, back in the middle of the ring. Cain with left and right attempts, knocking Brock Lesnar back to the corner. They can go back and forth in the corner some more. Cain with a big kick to the gut, and then a head drop to Lesnar. Cain mounts Lesnar with a strike, and as Lesnar covers up, and Lesnar counters out into the Camaro lock, and Cain taps out. After the match, Lesnar keeps submission applied. Referee tries to get him to break it up. Rey steps in with a chair and smacks Lesnar over the back. That does nothing to Lesnar but anger him. Lesnar then grabs Rey and easily tosses him out of the ring momentarily to the floor. Lesnar grabs the chair again and unloads on Cain with it as Heyman watches from ringside. Lesnar drops Cain on the top of the chair with an F5. Rey comes back in and unloads on Lesnar with another chair. Rey gets the upper hand and continues chair shots, nailing Lesnar all over his body and taking him down. Lesnar retreats from the ring and joins Heyman at ringside. Rey's music hits and stands tall as Lesnar just stares back at Rey as Cain recovers. We've got a replays. Rey clutches his arm and looks out at Lesnar and Heyman stare back to close out that segment. Backstage promo from the Revival and the Viking Raiders for both tonight's World Cup Tag Team Turmoil match. Back from WWE Network promo, and Coleslaw talks about the big Riyadh season festivals in the kingdom. We look at the city and a 99-story tower nearby. World Cup Tag Team Turmoil match. Viking Raiders versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Revival versus New Day versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus Heavy Machinery versus Lucha House Party versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins versus the OC and versus the B Team. We cut to the ring for our tag team turmoil. Greg says the winners of this match will win the World Cup trophy and be declared the best tag team in the world. I was kind of predicting the Viking Raiders, but stay tuned and see that my prediction was a loser. We see the World Cup trophy at ringside. And we see the rules for the match on screen. Out first comes Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Lucha House Party was X. Callisto, Grand Metallic, and Dorado, all three. Ziggler starts off with Dorado as they go at it. Dorado sends Ziggler flying into ropes for a pop. Ziggler elbows back and nails a big drop kick. Roode tags in and kicks Dorado while Ziggler holds him in the corner. Roode gets a double team, covers for a 2 count as Metallic comes in. Dorado tags back in for more double teaming as Callisto watches from ringside. Roode with a backbreaker. Ziggler ends up hitting Famouser on Dorado for a 2 count from the top rope. Ziggler keeps Dorado grounded. Fans try to rally for Dorado as Callisto hypes him up. Roode tags back in and puts boots to Dorado in the corner. Roode with a suplex to Dorado for a 2 count. Ziggler takes Dorado to the top, but Dorado fights back and knocks him to the mat. Dorado nails a crossbody. Metallic comes in, unloads on Roode. More back and forth between the two. Metallic with a big missile drop kick for a 2 count, and Ziggler breaks up the pin. Dorado sends Ziggler flying to the floor. Dorado goes to the top, leaps out to the floor. But Ziggler super kicks him. Roode kicks out and will roll up in the ring. Roode distracts the referee as Ziggler super kicks Metallic in the air. Roode with a glorious DDT on Metallic for the pin. Lucha House Party has been eliminated. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins were your next team out. Then Luke with their signature moves for a minute or two. Ziggler with a zigzag on Ryder out of nowhere. Rude covers for the pin to eliminate Ryder and Hawkins. Paper Machinery, Tucker and Otis were out next. As Ziggler and Tucker go out to tangle on the mat. Tucker launches Ziggler in top of the top turnbuckle. Tucker with a crossbody for a pop. Then a splash. Tucker hits the turnbuckle and goes down. Rude tags in and works over Tucker in the corner. Ziggler with a cheap shot to Tucker. More back and forth between the two teams. Rude tosses Tucker out of the ring and he lands hard on the floor. Rude follows and chops Tucker against the barrier. Then brings him back in for a 2 count. Ziggler works over Tucker and taunts Otis. Tucker fights back, but Ziggler drops him to one knee. Rude tags in for a double team, but Tucker avoids it. Otis waits for a hot tag as fans pop. Otis finally comes and unloads on both opponents. Fans pop big as Otis dances around, but Rude kicks him. Otis keeps dancing and rocks Rude, then slams him. Otis smashes both opponents in the corner. Fans pop again as Otis goes for the caterpillar on Rude. Rude avoids it and goes to the floor for boos. Tucker levels Ziggler on the outside. Otis slams Rude back in. Rude meets Otis with boots in the corner. Rude comes off the top, but Otis catches him. Tucker tags in for a double team, compacted for the pin and the win. As Rude and Ziggler have been eliminated. Fans pop, and your next team up is a New Day. Kofi Kingston and Big E. Fireworks goes off as Big E and Tucker go at it. As we get some comedy. Kofi comes in with some offense now. As Otis hits some caterpillar to Kofi, but Kofi kicks out of 2. Otis launches Kofi into a DDT from Tucker. Kofi nails the Trouble in Paradise, and Otis gets sent to the floor. Big E tags in and runs into an elbow from Tucker. They go at it. Tucker launches Big E for a 2 count. Tucker misses a crossbody on Big E. Big E lifts Tucker, and Kofi assists with a midnight hour for the pin, and Heavy Machinery has been eliminated. Out next comes the B team, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. Axel goes at it with Big E. Big E runs into a boot in the corner. Axel drops Big E with a shot to the neck. Axel mounts Big E with rights. Dallas comes in for a double teaming. Dallas unloads with knees to Big E for a 2 count. More back and forth. Big E with a big inning on Tucker for the pin. And Heavy Machinery has been eliminated. Tag Team Champion SmackDown from SmackDown. Dawson and Wilder were out next. They will face off in a title match on SmackDown. Dawson and Kofi go at it. Dash comes in, works Kofi in the corner. Dash kind of pulls Kofi, but he lands on his feet. Kofi with a drop kick to Dash. Then to Dawson. Dash catches Kofi in the midair for a big power bomb for a close 2 count. Dawson comes in with a leg drop, elbows with it, and a headbutt to Kofi. Dawson with a back suplex and a 2 count to Kofi. Dash keeps Kofi grounded now, talking trash in the middle of the ring. More back and forth after an opening. Kofi with an SOS on Dash. Dawson runs in and takes Kofi to the corner with strikes. Kofi fights back, but Dawson gets the upper hand. Kofi with a missile drop kick for the second rope. Dash knocks Big E off the apron. Dash goes to work on Kofi and ends up off the top for another 2 count. Dash can't believe it and argues with the referee. Kofi rolls Dawson and Big E drops Dash. Kofi's roll up pins Dawson and Revival has been eliminated. Revival isn't leaving yet. They double team both opponents. Big E goes into the steps. Still steps while they put Kofi down with a shatter machine. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson come out next. They grab Kofi and immediately go for Magic Killer, but he fights back. Gallows gets sent out. Big E tries to rally and pans up for Kofi. Anderson with kicks both opponents. Gallows tags back in. Double team and a big slam on Kofi for the pin. New Day has been eliminated. Music hits. Out comes the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar. Cole says this will be the last team to enter the match. Raiders and OC start off brawling. Eric sends Anderson into Gallows. Eric and Gallows go at it in the corner. Gallows decks Eric with a knee, tosses him out to the floor. Gallows goes on and drops Eric out of the ring on the floor. Gallows dominates Eric some more and grounds him. Eric with a big right hand to stun Gallows, but Anderson tags in, as does Ivar. Ivar runs wild and ends up leveling Anderson with a clothesline for a pop. Ivar slams Anderson, and then Eric slams Ivar on top of Anderson in the middle of the ring. Ivar goes up top while Eric holds Anderson, but Gallows makes a save. Eric gets sent into the ring post. Gallows with a 2 count. Ivar stops the Magic Killer. More back and forth. OC then nails another Magic Killer on Eric for the pin and the win. And become your World Cup champions. They stand tall in the middle of the ring. Let's go to replays. Anderson Gallows raise the World Cup Tag Team Trophy in the middle of the ring as the fans cheer them on. We get a look at how Brock Lesnar defeated Cain Velasquez. And Rey Mysterio is backstage with Saxon with more strong words for Lesnar. But the next matchup was Cesaro versus Mansoor. All she hell. We go to the ring. Out first comes Cesaro. Mansoor, all she hell, is out next to a huge pop. Well, since he's a hometown crowd, I predicted he's going to win. Stay tuned for the results. Bell rings and fans go wild for him with Mansoor. Back and forth start. After some mind games in the corner, they lock up and tangle. More back and forth. Mansoor hits a standing moonsault for a 2 count. Mansoor takes Cesaro down by his arm and keeps him grounded. Cesaro backs Mansoor into the ropes for a 2 shot as the referee counts. Cesaro with a knee to the face. Cesaro ends up on the floor. Fans pop as Mansoor runs the ropes for a suicide dive, but Cesaro meets him at the ropes with a huge uppercut. Cesaro launches Mansoor into the barrier for a boost from the crowd. Cesaro ends up countering back in the ring and dropping Mansoor on his neck. Cesaro keeps control and goes for a sleeper hold. Mansoor eventually comes back with a sleeper of his own for a pop. Cesaro comes back and goes up top. Cesaro goes for the missile drop kick, but Mansoor kicks him out of the air for a pop. Mansoor fights back to his feet with strikes. Mansoor with big chops. Mansoor counters back drop and nails an insecurity. Mansoor launches Cesaro with a hurricanrana, sending him to the floor. Mansoor runs the ropes and leaps over the top. Taking Cesaro down on the floor, Mansoor brings him back in the ring and goes up top for a crossbody, but Cesaro kicks out too. More back and forth with Mansoor nailing a tornado DDT for another 2 count. Fans are chanting for the hometown star. Referee also gets hit by Mansoor in the corner. Barely, but he puts brakes on. Cesaro tries to take advantage, but Mansoor kicks out too. Cesaro keeps fighting and hits a big neck breaker, but Cesaro gets his foot on the bottom rope to break the pin attempt. Cesaro ends up dropping Mansoor into turnbuckles, snake eye style. Cesaro with a big gut wrench suplex from the apron back into the ring. Mansoor still kicks out of 2. Cesaro can't believe it. Cesaro goes for a neutralizer, but Mansoor takes him down for a 2 count. Cesaro counters and nails a huge uppercut in the air for a 2 count. Thought this was going to be the uppercut train, but Cesaro goes right into the crossface submission in the middle of the ring as fans rally for Mansoor again. Mansoor goes into a pin, but is broken up by Cesaro. Mansoor with a big super kick for another closed sleep count. And in the middle of the ring, that's the fan chant. This is awesome now. There's rally for Mansoor again. Mansoor goes up top, but Cesaro pounds on him and uppercuts him. Cesaro climbs to the top for a super gut wrench, but Mansoor counters into a powerbomb. Even Mansoor is shocked. Mansoor gets hyped up in the corner. Mansoor goes up top and nails a moonsault for the pin and then win. Well, I was right. The hometown fella won the match. After the match, Saudi crowd goes wild and Mansoor stands tall for his hometown pop. His music hits and we go to replays. Hamilton enters the ring to interview Mansoor, asking what a victory like this means. Fans cheer him on and chant his name. Mansoor seems a loss for words as fans chant welcome home. Mansoor told himself this morning that this is the most important match of his life. He admits he was scared and nervous, but when he stepped in the ring in front of his people, his family, and then he remembered anything is possible, he says this may have been the most important victory in his life, but he cannot wait to see what we, pointing to the crowd, the WWE Universe, do next. Mansoor speaks some in Arabic. Now the fans continue cheering him on. Mansoor says they have dreamed that one day there would be a Saudi superstar in WWE. He finishes the promo by speaking in Arabic. Some more, the music hits, and Mansoor continues the celebration with his hometown crowd. Saxon backstage with Seth Rollins. He says the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, has taken him to some dark places, and he kind of likes it. But their war ends tonight. Rollins goes on and says he didn't start this, but he will finish it tonight and walk out the WWE Universal Champion, still after burning it down. We get a video package for the next match. Tyson Fury versus Braun Strowman. We go to the ring. Out first comes Braun Strowman. Tyson Fury is out next as the fireworks go off. Fury gets a really big pyro and fire display before coming out in traditional Saudi road. More fireworks go off above the stadium. Braun doesn't look happy. Fury enters the ring and rebuilds his gear as Strowman stares him down. We get formal ring introductions. They lock up and break. Strowman takes it to the corner and the referee backs him off. He puts He puts his hands on Fury. They side each other up again and lock up. Going back to the ropes, Fury ducks the right hand and connects. They take on more as Fury counters, then goes into a side headlock. Fury sends Braun back with a shoulder, but Braun bounces off the ropes and levels Fury with a big boot. Braun works Fury over while he's down on the mat. Strowman clubs Fury down and stops. Double axe handles quite a few times. Fury gets back up, but Braun drops him again. Braun unloads in the corner now. Strowman with shoulder starts in the corner. Strowman charges, but Fury moves, and Braun hits the ring post, shoulder first, falling out to the floor. Referee starts count. Braun goes to re-enter, but Fury knocks him in the face, or kicks him in the face. So he gets back to the barrier. Fury follows to the floor, and Strowman rams him into the apron. Strowman drops Fury with a right hand at ringside. Strowman does his patented shoulder blocks around the ring, and then nails him with a drive-by for a pop. Fury brings it back in the ring. Fury slides out of a running power slam. Okay, Strowman runs around the ring. While doing that, Fury nails Strowman with a drive-by. Then Fury slides out of a running power slam attempt and hits a drop toe hold. Fury keeps the toe and drops Strowman again for a 2 count. Strowman rams Fury back into the corner now. More back and forth. Fury with a big boot out of the corner. Strowman takes advantage of Fury, taking his time. Then slams him into the middle of the ring. They end up on the floor again. And Strowman runs over Fury a second time. Strowman brings him back in the ring, but Fury nails him with a big right hand. Fury ends up rocking Strowman with another right hand to knock him back from the apron to the floor. Strowman tries to get back up, but he can't and gets countered out. After the match, Fury stands tall and celebrates his good replays. Strowman then comes back into the ring and nails a running power slam on Fury in the middle of the ring. Strowman ends up making his exit, and Fury plays to the crowd. Back for the break, we'll see how R-Truth won the 24/7 title. On the kickoff, the Singh brothers confront him backstage and try to escape. Truth runs into a door and falls down. Samir covers him and wins back the 24/7 title. Singh brothers run off with the title. Next up, we got your U.S. title match. Humberto Carrillo doing double duty against AJ Styles. We go to the ring, out comes the OC. All three of them. AJ and your World Cup winners, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Humberto was out next for a pop as we see how he earned the title shot during the kickoff pre-show. Back and forth to start first, but AJ takes control and works Carrillo over as the OC watches. Carrillo with a big arm drag off the ropes. Carrillo keeps control but walks into a trap as AJ drops him over his knees. AJ keeps Carrillo grounded on the mat as we see the title on display at ringside. Carrillo fights back, but AJ shuts him down. AJ takes the title. AJ takes Carrillo back to the mat, keeps him grounded. Referee checks on Carrillo as AJ with more offense and another 2 count in the middle of the ring. AJ keeps the match at a slow pace. AJ then with a brain buster in the middle of the ring for a 2 count. Carrillo fights up and out with a hold for a pop. Carrillo gets hyped up and yells at AJ. Tells him to come on, bring it some more. Carrillo nails a moonsault for a 2 count. AJ catapults Carrillo, but he lands on the turnbuckle. Carrillo goes on and lands a moonsault from the top for a 2 count. Carrillo ends up coming in from the apron, but AJ catches him. Carrillo with insecurity. AJ comes right back with a Pele kick to drop Carrillo. Fans chant, "This is awesome," while both superstars are down. More back and forth. Carrillo with kicks and hand strikes. Carrillo sends AJ out of the ring to the floor. Carrillo runs the ropes and leaps out, taking AJ down as he jumped over the ropes, landing on his feet. Referee counts AJ as Carrillo brings him back in for another big shot and a 2 count. Carrillo takes it to the top for a hurricanrana, but AJ goes for a super style splash as they tangle out of the corner, and AJ kicks out too. AJ with strikes and a takedown. AJ keeps control, goes for a solid strike, but Carrillo fights it off. Carrillo springboards in, and AJ catches him. Carrillo lands on his knee and sells the injury. AJ goes for the knee and takes Carrillo down. AJ rolls Carrillo into the calf crusher in the middle of the ring. Carrillo does make it to the bottom rope to escape and break the calf crusher. More back and forth as Carrillo has more trouble with the knee after missing a moonsault. More back and forth. AJ rocks Carrillo, nails the phenomenal forearm for the pin to retain the title. After the match, AJ stands tall. As the music plays, Gallows and Anderson bring their World Cup trophy into the ring, and the OC poses in the middle of the ring. Got to replays. OC continues the celebration as the music plays. Sax is backstage with WWE Hall of Famer Hulk the Hulkster. Hulkster gets hyped up and talks about Team Hogan will beat Team Flair tonight. And your first ever women's match from Riyadh. Lacey Evans versus Natalia. As they're in their actual ring gear, top to bottom, and they're wearing, Natalia's wearing a pink t-shirt, and Lacey's wearing a red t-shirt. As power goes off, as Natalia makes her way out first, she's wearing her usual gear, with her arms covered, of course. A pink t-shirt with a heart logo on it. Fireworks goes off over the stadium. We get next out comes Lacey Evans with more pyro. Evans is also fully covered and wearing a red t-shirt with her logo on it. Fans cheer them on as the bell rings. They shake hands, and here we go. We actually get a wrestling match start off, so we think. Back and forth start. They tangle, and Natalia rolls Evans up for a 2 count. Evans applauds Natalia after a stalemate, and they shake hands again. They tangle on the mat. Some more as feeling out. Process continues. Coleshaw says, fans chant, this is awesome. As they trade holds, they counters again. More back and forth. For several minutes, Natalia goes for a sharpshooter, but it's blocked. Natalia sends Evans to the floor. Evans takes the knee out on the apron and comes back in. Evans launches her boots into Natalia's face and covers for a 2 count. Evans keeps Natalia grounded in the middle of the ring. They break and Evans launches herself from the apron over the top, dropping an elbow on Natalia in the middle of the ring. Evans with another 2 count. Evans keeps Natalia grounded. Evans then takes Natalia back down and drops the knee. More back and forth again. Evans with a neck breaker. Natalia comes back with some of her signature moves. Natalia goes for a sharpshooter, but it's blocked again. Evans with a 2 count. Evans with a fisherman suplex, but some fans boo. Evans as she goes to the corner and hits a springboard moonsault. Natalia still kicks out too. More back and forth. Natalia gets the sharpshooter locked in. Evans calls for the bottom rope, but Natalia pulls her back. And Evans steps out. Natalia is the winner. After the match, Natalia stands tall and hits the corner to pose as the music hits. Fans cheer as they embrace and raise each other's arms after the match. Fireworks go explode around the stadium once again, and they hug and cry in the middle of the ring. They both go to the ringside and embrace a woman sitting in the front row who appears to be an official who helped put the event together. They also pose with some female fans in the front row, and Natalia gives the woman a kiss on her cheek. And they pose for selfies. Back from a break, Byron Saxton has joined Michael Coleshaw and Corey Graves from ringside for commentary for the next match. Team Flair versus Team Hogan. We go to ring for tonight's big 5-on-5 match. Out first comes Hall of Famer Ric Flair. Bobby Lashley was out next with Lana, who was also covered. I think I fell asleep during this match. WWE Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura was out next to represent Team Flair. Drew McIntyre was out next, followed by King Corbin. I still call him Consummated Corbin. Out next comes Team Captain Randy Orton to a big pop. Hall of Famers the Hulkster, Mouth of the South, come out first for Team Hogan as Real American music plays. And the fireworks go off. Rusev was out first, followed by Ricochet. Shorty G was out next as Corbin talks trash to him. Ali was out next as Team Captain Roman Reigns was out last. Big Dog punches the ground, and the fireworks explode around the stadium. The two teams face off in the middle of the ring as the bell rings. G starts off with Nakamura. Nakamura nails kicks. Gable counters and takes Nakamura down. They tangle on the mat. Nakamura blocks an ankle lock. Gable with 2 belly-to-belly suplexes for a 2 count. Nakamura gets the upper hand and tags in Corbin. Corbin keeps control until Ali gets a tag. Ali kicks from the apron and works Corbin over as the Nature Boy watches from ringside. Lashley gets a tag. Rusev also tags in and Lashley wants no part of him. Drew tags in, but Rusev wants Lashley. Rusev and Drew go at it. Rusev unloads from corner to corner, but Drew runs into an elbow. Drew misses the shot, and Rusev hits a spinning kick for a 1 count. Ali ends up coming in, but Drew works him over. Corbin tags back in and goes at it with Ali. Ali goes up top, but Corbin shoves him off and lands hard on the outside, hitting the barrier as well. Corbin brings Ali back in the ring and holds Ali while Lashley kicks him. Lashley was side slammed to Ali. Apparently, Lana went backstage to watch the match and didn't come to ringside. Orton and Hogan have words at ringside as things fall apart for a few seconds. Nakamura works over Ali in the corner. Nakamura with good vibrations. Nakamura charges, but Ali catches him. Nakamura comes back with a snap jumper suplex for a 2 count. Drew tags back in and keeps the attack going on Ali. Drew launches Ali across the ring. Ali ends up dropping Drew for an opening. Ricochet tags in and rocks Drew with a kick to the head. Fan chat NXT now. Ricochet lands on Drew and also rocks Nakamura. Ricochet springboards in and nails Drew. Ricochet springboards at him for a 2 count again. Ricochet goes back to the top but misses thanks to Corbin. Corbin with another cheap shot on Ali as Drew nails an Alabama Slam while Lashley and Orton distract the referee. Fans cheer as Orton comes in and works on Ricochet. Flair is all smiles at ringside now as Lashley tags in, keeps Ricochet grounded in the corner. Lashley with a delayed suplex on Ricochet, mocking Rusev, then covering for a 2 count. Corbin tags in and drops Ricochet with a right hand. Corbin drives elbows into Ricochet while he's down. Ricochet springboards butt. Corbin grabs him. Ricochet blocks a choke slam with a pin attempt. Corbin knocks Ali and G off the apron, then plants Ricochet as Reigns stares him down. Flair strikes at ringside. Lashley rocks Rusev off the apron with a cheap shot and goes to work on Ricochet, but Ricochet nails an enziguri. Orton comes in and stops Ricochet from tagging Reigns. Ricochet finally hits a knee to Orton's face. Reigns finally tags in for his first exit in the match. Reigns runs wild on all his opponents. Hogan style, as they say. Reigns rocks Corbin into the corner and hits the clothesline as the crowd counts along with him. Reigns drops Corbin and nails a leg drop a la Hogan style. Reigns rocks Nakamura off the apron as he's ready for a Superman punch on Corbin. Orton goes for an RKO, but Reigns blocks it and nails the Superman punch. Drew and Corbin break Reigns' pin. Ali comes in and Corbin chokeslams him. Drew with an ankle lock on Corbin, but Nakamura stops it with a Kinshasa. Drew with a big claymore on Ricochet, then a kip up. The chaos comes down to Rusev and Lashley unloading on each other in the ring. Rusev gets the upper hand, but Lashley sends him over the top. Reigns with a Superman punch and a huge dive to the floor to take everyone down. Reigns returns to the ring and runs into a kick from Orton. When going for the spear, Orton drops Reigns with an RKO. But Reigns kicks out. Orton can't believe it. Flair and Hogan rally the fans for their teams now. Orton waits for Reigns to get up, but G runs interference. Ali comes in, but Orton knows a RKO on him. More chaos between everyone as bodies are flying everywhere. Let the bodies hit the floor. Reigns is left alone in the ring with Orton. Reigns then nails the spear for the win. Action match, Reigns' music hits, the Team Hogan stands tall. Reigns poses in the corners, if we go to replays, Hogan celebrates with his team to end it. And we got hype for the tonight's main event. Wild Can't Anywhere match for the Universal title. Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins. And if the Fiend wins, he takes the Universal title to SmackDown and leaves Raw with no heavyweight champion. As I was predicting Seth Rollins to win. But, like earlier, I was wrong. We go to the ring for tonight's main event. Out first comes the Universal Champion Seth Rollins. Match cannot be stopped for any reason. Fiend Bray Wyatt comes out next. Red light shines over the arena as Wyatt hits the ring. The bell rings and Wyatt rocks Rollins and is a throat to begin. Wyatt unloads on Rollins and knocks him down off the ropes. Rollins comes right back with a sling blade and a blockbuster. Rollins springboards in with a knee to the face, but Wyatt's still standing. Wyatt comes back and launches himself at Rollins to take him down. They go to the floor, and Wyatt dumps Rollins over the barrier to the floor into the crowd. Rollins fights back and leaps off the barrier, but rolls through. Rollins kicks Wyatt at ringside and hits the stomp on the floor. Wyatt gets right back up and slams Rollins into the apron. Wyatt ends up charging on the outside, but Rollins moves, and Wyatt crashes into the barrier. Rollins goes under the ring for a steel chair. Rollins nails two suicide dives from the ring to the floor. Rollins takes apart the announce table and hits Wyatt in the face with the top part again. Rollins with a steel chair shot at ringside now. Rollins brings a sledgehammer from under the ring, all a Triple H style. It places Wyatt's head on the seat of the chair. Rollins goes to hit it with the chair, but Wyatt jumps up and applies a Mandible Claw. Rollins fights him off and hits two sledgehammer shots to the face. Wyatt tosses Rollins over the announce table. Well, if he hit him in the face and he's wearing his mask, it must be a steel mask. Showing no selling. Wyatt and Rollins up top of the Arabic announce table. Wyatt snaps Rollins' neck for a pop. Wyatt kicks Rollins around at ringside. Wyatt runs from one announce table to the other to smash Rollins through it. But Rollins moves and Wyatt lands hard through it. Rollins only gets one count. Rollins unloads with more chair shots to the back. Rollins knocks Wyatt on top of the announce table. Rollins rolls back in the ring, goes up top. Wyatt jumps up and shoves Rollins from the top through two tables that had been set up at ringside. Wyatt stomps away on Rollins at ringside. More back and forth at ringside. Rollins with a big stomp on the steel of the bottom of the ramp for a 2 count. Wyatt ends up hitting Sister Abigail on top of the platform in the crowd. Rollins kicks out at 2. Wyatt pounds on Rollins. Wyatt beats Rollins up the ramp to the stage, then drags him by his arm. Wyatt goes to chokeslam Rollins off the stage, but Rollins fights and escapes, then kicks Wyatt. Rollins with a big stomp on the stage. Wyatt gets right back up and runs into a super kick to the face, and then another. Rollins with another kick to the face and another stomp on the stage. Another stomp on the stage, and then another for the 6th time. What do you think he is, Suplex City? Or Rollins with yet another 2 stomps, but Wyatt keeps getting up. Rollins goes on and kicks Wyatt down on a large stack of production cases, going down from the stage. Sparks of pyro goes off as Wyatt lands on the exploding equipment. This leads to Wyatt getting back up anyway and putting Rollins back down for the pin to win the title. After the match, Wyatt sits up over Rollins as his music plays. The lights suddenly go out and everything is back. Lights come back on and they're flashing now as the eerie sound plays. We see the Fiend raising the Universal title on the entranceway and Span cheer. Lights go back on. To pitch black, Crown Jewel team hits, and Coleslaw talks about what just happened tonight. We see fireworks. Pyro go off around the stadium and Span cheer. And we get another video package with highlights for Crown Jewel as pay-per-view goes off the air. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens on SmackDown. See what your status for your Raw Championship. Thanks again. Peace out. See you want to be. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.